Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome to the Staying in Service on the Equinox meditation. Oops, there we go. Taking place in the Become What You Believe group on Facebook, and then available on recording there and up on YouTube. Just checking the sound volumes there. So we regularly have Equinox meditations, and whenever there's not something else cooking. Now there's a new moon on Sunday. Well, depending on your time zone, but it's like 5 p.m. Eastern Sunday. So for a lot of us it'll be on Sunday, and so that new moon after the equinox is also would have been event worthy, so something you can check out on your own. Maybe a recording of this, do it on Sunday. Today I'm holding a stone I've been holding a lot lately. It's red and for these events, the red and golden rutilated and Lemurian. If you can see the, I don't know, I move them around. I can't tell till I watch the recording if you can see anything. And then here is a black quartz. I decided to, it's sort of a equinox equilibrium yin-yang thing, I guess, clear quartz and black quartz to hold on to for today. So as the title indicates, we'll be talking about staying in service, and the reason we're talking about staying in service on the equinox, and at any time as you come in, you can go ahead and just get comfortable and have some breaths. I'm going to talk for a few minutes, so you can close your eyes at any time. If you find the music and the voice and the talking, the words soothing, I hope. That would be nice. We're talking about service on the equinox because oftentimes, whether or not you even know it, the celestial happenings like equinoxes and full moons and new moons and conjunctions of a boatload of planets and eclipses bring up a lot of energy, download a lot of energy, batter us with a lot of energy, sometimes it feels like, and then add to that sunspots. If you hear about a lot of sunspots on the sun, give it 2 days and it'll perhaps affect you. And we're not always aware, either from looking at the calendar or just, what is that energy, or you just, why am I so weepy or crotchety, grumpy, or just in a foul mood today, or elated, could be that too, but just like kind of extreme in one direction or another. And that's a time to notice, even if you don't know whether it's an equinox or a solstice. I forgot to mention solstice. It's a time to reflect. Okay, you're feeling it. You're maybe seeing it in others' eyes as they're talking to you. Like, okay, they think I'm crazy, apparently. So this is a chance to take advantage of the energies and not be, overwhelmed by them. So I suggest the first thing you do when you're feeling out of sorts, because this is all about staying in service. Let me go back to service first. When I say service, a number of viewers today, later, will think in terms of, okay, I do tarot readings, I do Reiki healing, I do acupuncture sessions. So for that if you're already doing that as a profession, when I say service, you probably immediately thought of those things. But and if you're in the service industry, if you're waiting tables or taking orders or parking cars or anything where you're coming in contact with the public, strangers, in the service industry, so you may have thought about that. But service encompasses like everything we do. You're in service at home with your family, at work with your coworkers, and that service may take the form of a good morning smile or patience with a loved one. Service doesn't always have service in the name. In other words, it could be any contact you have with others, and this is what we often refer to as selfless service. Note that selfless service is just service that is not fully focused on serving yourself. Selfless service can encompass serving yourself, though, and should. Okay, so the kind of service you want to be paying attention to and noticing that you're doing and encouraging yourself, I'm sure, is that which is raising the vibration of those around you and giving you some satisfaction. Not ego satisfaction, just, feel it in the heart. Okay? And you know the difference. I mean, you know the difference. If it's something greedy and it's only going to help you and it's hurting someone else, I mean, obviously that's not selfless service. But don't think selfless service doesn't also benefit us ourselves. Okay. So when you're in these agitated, perhaps, states due to celestial happenings, one quick indication is that the selfless service is missing. Look for it. That's why I'm out of sorts here. I mean, I'm out of sorts, but everybody around me, I'm not being myself, hopefully. I'm not being kind. So, kind of a loop. So I'm missing something here. And so when you catch it, and you'll be watching for it, and you catch it, the first thing I recommend is very simple. It's step back and take a few breaths. Let's do it now. Just take a breath. If you can hold it a little bit, that's fine, and then let it go. A couple of short, a couple of slow breaths. You can hold it on the exhale if you want. Do it again. Now you can go ahead and have that go all the way up to source if you want, and then when you exhale, come back down through your body and go down to Gaia. But that's, do that if you want, if you're used to doing this. Let's do a third one. Now, doing this when you're alone should already start to recenter you. Okay? It should already just kind of break that whatever is going on. And doing it in someone's presence, they're going to notice that they might think you're counting to 10, but they're going to notice that you're taking a pause, and you might find that over time, not necessarily the same people all the time, but sometimes they're going to take that same 3 breaths or a breath, take a pause, and allow yourself to recenter. Okay. And then you can explore what you want to get out of this situation. You can always learn from any situation, but what is the lesson that can be learned here? Sometimes you gotta wait till later to think about it, think back at it. Sometimes you have to wait a long time to think back at it, but you know, at least give yourself a chance to notice what's the lesson here right now. Okay. With the luxury of time, and this sometimes is easier to do when you're not with another person, but rather you find yourself lying in bed or in traffic or something like that, and all of a sudden you just like realize, my mind is going a mile a minute and I'm spiraling down. Just like I started thinking about something and now I'm like obsessed with it. Same thing, take some breaths, just make a little break from it. Now in this example, experience, not just think, experience some gratitude. Now it's nice if it can be about what you're obsessing. My leg hurt this morning when I was laying in bed. My leg often hurts when I'm laying in bed. So I found myself getting a little agitated about that. My leg hurts. In that case, I was actually able to tie in some gratitude with the particular focus I was having. I calmed down, and the gratitude examples I came up with were, okay, I've started seeing again a massage therapist, a chiropractor, and a podiatrist. And I'm really grateful on a number of levels that I'm seeing them, that they're so close, that they're so good, that I'm seeing improvements. You see? So my legs still hurt. But the focus changed from like feeling sorry for myself, feeling like a martyr, to, wow, I am actually grateful for what I am doing and what is being done, whatever, the progress I'm making, and just the shift, the feeling, it goes from agitation, feeling threatened, hopeless. You can really get yourself wound up or wound down, and just going into your gratitude. And now sometimes it's not going to be about the thing that you're thinking about at the moment. It might instead be gratitude about, I'm in my bedroom, so my examples tend to be about beds, I guess. But just the fact that I'm, it's an old mattress, but I'm comfortable in it, So it's like, okay, maybe my gratitude is that I'm just, it's in the middle of the night, it's dark still, but I'm laying in a comfortable bed with cotton sheets, and it's like it's not luxury, but it's comfortable. I can feel gratitude about that, that's for sure. So maybe that's not exactly the leg issue, but it's gratitude adjacent to the issue. And then, of course, it can be gratitude about anything, just being glad you're in a relationship, or that you've got enough work to pay for the chiropractor and the massage therapist and the podiatrist. Just something to bring you back to gratitude. And apparently the way the universe works is when you're in gratitude, you are attracting more of the thing you're grateful for. And when you're obsessed and twisted up and spiraling down, and I think this is like the most unfair rule of the universe, you attract more of that. I just think that sucks. But, a lot more people than I have said that that's how it works. So, centering yourself, finding that happy place, basically, and taking a few breaths will help you stay in service or return to service. And whenever you can do that, it's improving your life. It's improving everybody's life around you. I'm trying to find something because there's an idea that I'm missing that I wanted to make sure I didn't forget. I'm sorry, but I want to make sure that I include this. Okay, well, we're talking about challenges, and those are the challenges. And then just one last second, just check one thing here. Okay. I'm sorry. I just felt like it was important to do this. That's it. I knew there was something. The witness state. I don't know how I forgot that. The deep breaths or the short, shallow, but whatever breaths you take to try to break the bond of the obsession that you're having allows you to get back into the witness state. And that witness state allows you to detach from where you're spiraling down, the obsession. And if you're able to get back into the witness state, then you're back in control of things. Because when you're feeling that way, the last thing you feel like is you're in control. And sometimes people use control as like it's a bad thing or a bad word, but it's only bad if you're controlling, you're trying to control others. But if you want to be in control of your emotions and your thoughts, get back into the witness state, and you'll be able to feel more in control, calm down, your heartbeat will relax, your health will improve. We live in such stressful times sometimes that it's amazing. We don't all have ulcers. Notice what brings you into and out of the witness state. That includes, television, news, certain uncles at Thanksgiving dinner, and practice getting in and staying in the witness state around these things, and also practice avoiding them. I mean, it's okay. It's okay not to. Back at the time of the harmonic convergence, the early one, the first one, a bunch of us went up to the mountain to meditate. And we were driving back, rented a car for the group. I was driving, and guy sitting in the passenger seat decided like thrash metal or something like that was what he wanted to play. And I'm like driving into New York City with a million cars around me, and I said, no, that is going to upset me in a time when I don't want to be upset. And I switched it to like a chant or something. I can't remember. It was either mellow jazz or a chant. It's been a long time. But it's an example of recognizing what you need and then acting on it unapologetically. So, I did not leave service. I stayed in service in that I was able to safely drive, and there was nothing obnoxious about what I was putting on. I'm not calling his music obnoxious. I'm just saying I didn't do any damage. But I was able to witness what I needed at the time and acted on it. And so that's what this is all about here. Staying in service when you've got all these celestial events going on. First, notice that something is askew. Step back either physically or metaphorically and take some breaths physically. The physical of the breaths. Take 3 breaths. It can be 1, it can be 2, but 3 is a nice number. That allows you to drop back into the witness state. See how you are not currently in service with this scenario, this situation, these people you're with. and then act on it. And as needed and as possible, whether right in the moment or later on, find the gratitude. And sometimes it's a challenge. Finding the gratitude, sometimes it's a challenge. But don't punish yourself if it doesn't come right away. I think it's kind of counterproductive. Okay? But find the gratitude and then feel the gratitude, and you'll be okay. Everything's back to the best it can be. Okay. While we're listening to music and meditating together and enjoying our energies, each other's energies, you might be thinking of examples of some of this stuff. Don't dwell, don't go, don't make yourself uncomfortable about it. But if you want to practice, okay, I thought about this even though he told me not to, go right into the gratitude, the breaths, the witness state, the gratitude, so you can experience it here or, just later in the day. The other thing you can do is this beautiful mantra. We've done it before. Om Shanti, which means peace. Isn't that good for this, what we're doing today? So usually we say it 3 times, and I'll do it 3 times now, and then we'll just listen to the music, okay? So be sure to close your eyes now and repeat with me if you will. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. As you slowly and gently bring yourself back into your body, I remind you that this coming Sunday is the first new moon after the equinox and not many days in between, so if you don't have challenges from today's celestial goings on, you might feel some on Sunday. But whether it's easily attributable to the planets, remember, when you find yourself out of sorts, extra ornery, learn to recognize that from practice. Take an optimum number of breaths, perhaps 3. And fall back into the witness state, which allows you to recognize and not just think but feel the gratitude in that situation or situation adjacent, or just something you're grateful for, just to get you back into that feeling of gratitude from which springs so easily, so much easier, the selfless service that is the reason to live, frankly. And if that sounds facetious or exaggerated, give that some thought later on, because a lot of you are moms. A lot of you work in situations where service is a reason for being. Just don't make it be a martyrdom. Selfless service gets to include you. Okay, so if this day goes even remotely like I have planned, and that's not a guarantee lately, I will get this up onto YouTube soonish. So anybody that came in late could start it over from the beginning if you'd like, or if you heard the whole thing and would like to listen to it again later, it'll be there. Or share, if you wanted to share it with anybody. I was looking for an old event recording the other day. I think I was on my phone. I couldn't find it. My own event in my own group. I couldn't find it. So I'm real happy that I get these up on YouTube, because it's so much easier. Go to youtube.com/Brad Walrod, and everything I've been able to upload lately is easy to find there. Okay, so thank yourselves for attending live or watching the recording later, and for caring to share energies on the equinox, but also to be for being interested in staying in service and enjoying the witness state and practicing gratitude, which takes us right back to the service. Okay. Thank you again, everybody. I put my rocks down so I can say namaste. With all my love, always. Bye now.